Hello, West Orange High School students. This short video will show you how to fill out your back to school night virtual scheduled template so your parents will be able to visit your teachers and follow your schedule. This year, back to school night at West Orange High School will be conducted virtually on Thursday, September 29th between 6:15 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. In order to participate, your parents will need to know your schedule, know who your teacher is, and get to the proper Google Meet link. So, the way you fill these back to school night templates out is very important. You will receive an email that says important virtual back to school night instructions. Do not delete this email. When you click on it, you will see instructions that say, please follow these instructions when your English teacher directs you to. They will assist you with this process. The first step is to click on the link, and it's going to pop up a screen that says, would you like to make a copy of the Back to School Night template 2223? You're going to click on the blue button and say, make a copy. Once you make the copy, you'll notice that it says copy of Back to School Night template. Your parent or guardian might have multiple children at West Orange High School, so it's probably very important for you to put your name so that they know that this is your schedule. The next place you're going to come to is where it says student name, and you're going to write your name there as well. Your parent can't be confused. Now you're going to notice that the template is laid out so that period by period, there's 10-minute segments, and during these specific times, from 6:30 to 6:40, you will meet with your first period teacher. So your parent will need to know what's the subject. Put in the subject for period 1. In the next column, you will put in the teacher for period 1. And in order to find the Google Meet link that you will stick in the third column, you're going to come up to where it says look up a West Orange High School teacher's back to school night link. You're going to click on it and open that up in a tab. This tab is where your template is. This tab is where all the links are. And then once you've opened up the document, you're going to Control F, which is a search, and look for that teacher's name. So if I'm looking for Miss Wachtel, I just type her name in, and you'll notice that you come down to her name, and you're going to see in the cell D, that the URL for her specific Google Meet is right there. Now notice there's a lot of Gmeets here, and it's very easy to think that you're copying Ms. Wachtel's and maybe get the teacher below you or the teacher above you. So if you wanted to come over to the right and click this copy link, you would think, well, there's no way I'll make a mistake if I click that and come back to my template and paste. But notice that when you use that copy link, it's not pasting the live link, it's just pasting the words. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to click on the entire cell so that the whole cell is highlighted. We're not going to use this copy link. We're going to click on the cell and say Control C. Notice that it now has a little dashed line around the cell. Control C copies, and we're going to come back to the column where we're supposed to put the link, and we're going to Control V and paste. And when you do it this way, you'll see that you've now pasted the live link so that all your parent has to do is click on the link and they will go right into that Google Meet. Let's say my second period is band, taught by Mr. Kelly. So the next thing I want to do is move my cursor over to the third column, come back to the Meet links of all my teachers, and instead of Miss Wachtel's name in my search, I'm going to take that out and put in Mr. Kelly. And you'll notice that you come to Mr. Kelly's name, and you click on the cell. Don't copy here. You're going to click on the entire cell so that it highlights blue. You're going to Control C to copy that link. You're going to come back to your template and Control V to paste. You're going to do this for each of your subjects. You're going to put each of your teachers, and then you're going to copy each of your teachers' links. Let me do it for you one more time. Let's say that my teacher's name is Miss Green for science. I'm going to put in science. You're going to come back over to back to school night. I'm going to look up Miss Green. I'm going to click on the cell that has the Gmeet link. I'm not going to click this copy. I'm going to just click the cell, Control C, and then I'm come back over to my template. And in that third column, I'm going to Control V and paste. This way, each of these links that you're pasting is actually the direct access to that Google Meet link. This Google Meet is going to be live between 7 and 7:10 p.m. That's when your parent can go to science and meet Miss Green. Subject, teacher, Google Meet link. The last step, and this is a very important step, is to come up to the upper right corner. Notice that right now, when you made your own copy, it's restricted in terms of it's private to only you. You're going to click on the share button. You're going to come down and change the share permission from restricted to anyone with the link can view. You don't want to make them anything else except a viewer. And then you click done. Notice that now instead of the lock, you have anyone who comes to this link can see this document. Now, it's very important here that if you want to share this document digitally with your parent, you would now put in their email address. So let's say I'm going to send it out of district to my parents' personal email address, perhaps my grandmother's email address. I'm going to put their email address in. And again, I don't want to make them an editor. I want to make them just a viewer. And now I'm going to say, here's my back to school night schedule. And then you will click send. It's going to let you know you're sending this to someone who's not in our school system. You're going to say share it anyway. All right, so now your mom should have a copy, your dad, your grandmother, whoever your parental person is, you're going to share your schedule with them. And now they'll just be able to click on each of these Google Meet links and come in at this specific time to be in the meeting. You'll notice that above, there is already a recorded Pledge of Allegiance by Micah Pryor. There is a message from Mr. Hayden Moore, our principal. There's a message from the PTA president, and there's also PTA membership forms and signups. So your parents can view anything in the gray at any time, but these Google Meets are happening specifically between these minutes. This link will take you to any counselor, nurse, or librarian who your parents would like to meet. So if you click on this, you'll notice that there's a letter explaining that you can also meet with your various counselors, with the school nurse, or with one of the librarians if you so choose. This is a very critical step here in the upper right. You want to make sure that your parent has access to view and has been invited in. And if your parent does not have an email address, or if you don't know it, in order to attend virtual back to school night, you're going to have your parent or guardian sign on as you, so they'll be able to access this document. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me, Miss Thomasy. I'd be glad to help you.